Part 4. The Kottayam police station. After the funeral, Ammu took the twins back to the Kottayam police station. They were familiar with the place. They had spent a good part of the previous day there. Anticipating the sharp, smoky stink of old urine that permeated the walls and furniture, they clamped their nostrils shut well before the smell began. Ammu asked for the station house officer, and when she was shown into his office, she told him that there had been a terrible mistake, and that she wanted to make a statement. She asked to see Valuta. Inspector Thomas Matthews' moustaches bustled, like the friendly Air India Maharajas, but his eyes were sly and greedy. "It's a little too late for all this, don't you think?" he said. He spoke the coarse, Kottayam dialect of Malayalam. He stared at Ammu's breasts as he spoke. He said, the police knew all they needed to know, and that the Kottayam police didn't take statements from Vaishyas or their illegitimate children. Ammu said she'd see about that. Inspector Thomas Matthew came around his desk and approached Ammu with his baton. "If I were you," he said, "I'd go home quietly." Then he tapped her breasts with his baton. Gently, tap tap, as though he was choosing mangoes from a basket, pointing out the ones that he wanted, packed and delivered. Inspector Thomas Matthews seemed to know whom he could pick on and whom he couldn't. Policemen have that instinct. Behind him a red and blue board said, politeness, obedience, loyalty, intelligence, courtesy, efficiency. When they left the police station, Ammu was crying, so Esther and Rahel didn't ask her what Vaishya meant, or for that matter, illegitimate. It was the first time they'd seen their mother cry. She wasn't stopping. Her face was set, like stone, but the tears welled up in her eyes and ran down her rigid cheeks. It made the twins sick, with feet Ammu's tears which made everything that had so far seemed unreal, real. They went back to Imenam by bus. The conductor, a narrow man in khaki, slid towards them on the bus rails. He balanced his bony hips against the back of a seat and clicked his ticket puncher at Ammu. "Where to?" The click was meant to mean. Rahel could smell the sheaf of bus tickets and the sourness of the steel bus rails on the conductor's hands. "He's dead," Ammu whispered to him. "I've killed him." "Imenam," Esther said quickly, before the conductor lost his temper. He took the money out of Ammu's purse. The conductor gave him the tickets. Esther folded them carefully and put them in his pocket. Then he put his little arms around his rigid, weeping mother.